I am Klaus Crow from Guitar Habits, and today I'm gonna teach you a simplified version of the song Everybody Hurts by REM to make life a little bit easier for you beginners out there. Okay, let's take a closer look. Okay, first I'm gonna play a bit of the song and then I'm going to explain the whole thing. Here it comes. Day is long, the end of night, and the night is yours alone. When you're sure you had enough of this life, well, hang on. Don't let yourself go. 'Cause everybody cries, and everybody hurts sometimes. Okay, so we start here with a D chord. So you put your first finger on the G string or the third string on the second fret, and your second finger, your middle finger, on the high E string, second fret, and your third finger on the B string, third fret. It's a D chord. That's your first chord. Okay, let's start with your right hand. You use the thumb for the D string, so we go D string, and then with your index finger you use the G string, the middle finger for the B string, and the ring finger for the high E string. So every time you hit a D string, you hit it with your thumb. Every time you hit the G string, you use your index finger for the B, your middle finger, and for the high E string, your ring finger. So now we go, the finger picking pattern is like D, G, B, high E, B, G. Okay, again, let's take a closer look. D, G, B, high E, B, G. So you go down and up again, like this. So you do that twice. So 1 and 2. Okay, so that's the first bar. Then we go on to the G chord. G chord, your second finger on the A string or the fifth string on the second fret, your ring finger, your third finger on the low E string, third fret, and your pinky on the high E string, third fret. That's your G chord right there. And now with the finger picking hand, we use the thumb on the low E string, the sixth string, and we go low E, and the rest is the same. So instead of using the D string, you use the low E string. So now you go low E, G, B, high E, B, G. Again, use thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index. And also this pattern, you play that twice. 1 and 2. Okay, so now we got first two measures, one on the D chord and one on a G chord. Let's go. One, we'll count to three. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go switching to the G chord. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now you have to be able to play that without stopping. So right from the D you go over to the G. So the best thing when you go to the G is to first place your ring finger over there, and then your middle, and then your pinky, because the first note you will play is on the low, on the 6th string. So you want to get that finger right up there, and then the middle finger or the 2nd finger, and then your pinky. So we're going to D and G. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And right on to G. So this is the hardest part, to make that transition from D to G without stopping, just going on with that pattern. So you really have to learn and practice going from D to G and back to D and to G. So practice that first and then try playing the pattern along with the chords. Okay, you play this piece like 3 times. So D to G, D to G, D to G. That's the first part. Okay, now for the second part, again start with the D, play that twice. There we go again. And then we're going to G again, and we play that down and up 1 time. And now stop. So we're not going to play this twice, we're only going to play it once, and then we still have that G chord, and then we'll play low E, G, B. Just that. So low E, G, B. Then we remove the G chord and we put our 2nd finger, our middle finger, on the low E string 2nd fret, and we also play low E, G, B. And it sounds really weird because we're playing it slow. It's a transition going from the G chord to the E minor chord. So you'll hear it in a minute what it will sound like. But for now, again, we first play that G chord up and down like this. Low E, G, B, high E, B, G, and then we go low E, G, B, then remove the G chord and then the 2nd finger on the low E string, 2nd fret, and then again low E, G, B. Okay, playing that again, it sounds like this. Still sounds strange, but when we're going to the E minor, everything will fall in place. So, okay. Again, we'll play that D chord, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then the G chord, up, down, and then with that low E, G, B, and 2nd finger, low E, G, B. Okay, let's do that. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. D chord. Again. And then to the G chord. And then we go low, G, B, middle finger, low, G, B. Okay, so that's the second part. And we play that second part only once. I'll play it again, the second part, real slow. Let's look in some closer. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to the G chord. And I'm going low G, E, G, B, second finger on the low E, G, B. Okay, so hang on to that. It sounds weird, but now we're going to the third part and everything will fall in place. So now we're starting with an E minor chord. E minor chord, second finger on the A string, second fret, and your third finger on the D string, second fret. So second finger on the fifth string here, second fret, and your third finger on the D string, the fourth string, second fret. That's your E minor chord. So E minor chord, here's your pattern. The same pattern you use for a G chord, playing low E, G, B, high E, B, G. And again, low E, G, B, high E, B, G. Okay? So, if I play that G chord, and then move on to the E minor chord, you will hear what it sounds like. Okay, so I play that G chord from the second part and then move on to the E minor chord. Let's hear what it sounds like. G chord. You hear that? Play it a little bit faster. That's what we're going for. Okay. So, let's play. Let's first play that third part. So we're starting off with that E minor chord, playing it twice, that pattern. So and then we're going to an A7 chord. So A7 chord, you put your second finger on the D string, second fret, and your ring finger on the B string, second fret. Like that. And then we're going to start with the A string. So A string, and then G, B, high E, B, G. And then again, A, G, B, high E, and stop. You're not going back up. You just stop here on the high E string. So again, you're going up, down, up, and that's it. Again, so A, G, B, high E, B, G, A, G, B, high E. And then another transition here, then you play 3 2 on the low E string, and you put your third finger on the 3rd fret low E string, and then remove that, and then your middle finger, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret low E string. So you go 3, 2. So again, you need to play it a bit further to hear what it all, to make it so it all makes sense, you know. So first play the A7 chord, a dominant 7 chord, and then we're going A, G, B, high E, B, G, A, G, B, high E, and 3, 2. Okay, that's it. Now let's play the 3rd part again. So starting from the E minor and then to the A7 chord. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And then A7. Here we go. Stop there, and then 3, 2. Okay. Let's move a little back. We're going to play the 1st part, the 2nd part, and the 3rd part. We're going to play every part only once, so or else it will take a long time to get through all this. So the 1st part is just the pattern on D chord and the G chord. Then the 2nd part is the pattern on the D chord and then the G chord with that transition. And then the 3rd part starts on E minor and A dominant 7. Okay, let's do that. So we got in total 4 parts, so hang on, we're almost there. Okay, let's start from the top. D chord. 1, 2, 3. Move to G. Here we go. Low E, G, B, high E, B, G. Low E, G, B, high E, B. 2nd part, D, and then G. Low E, G, B, high E, B, G. Low E, G, B. Middle finger on the 2nd fret. Here, low E string, and again, low E, G, B, E minor, low E, G, B, high E, B, G, low E, G, B, high E, B, G, and then A7 chord on the A string, A, G, B, high E, B, G, A, G, B, high E, and then 3 on the low, 2 on the low. Okay, again, sounds weird, but now we're going to the 4 part. Again, starting with the E minor chord on the 4 part, the final part, and again, E minor, up, down, up, down. Here we go. And then again, move to the A7 chord and A string, G, B, high E, B, G, A, and stop. So the A7 chord, the last A7 chord is going up, down, and finish with an A string. So the fourth part is E minor, up, down, down, and an A7, up, down. That's it. Okay, so now let's play the third part and the fourth part. So we're going E minor, A7 with that 3, 2, and then again E minor, A7. Okay, here we go. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch to A7. And then 3, 2, 3, 2, E minor. And A7. And stop. Okay, so that's the third and the fourth part. Now let's take it all from the top. So we're going all the way, third, second, third, and fourth part. I will play every part only once, but if you want to play the original part of the song, you have to play the first part 3 times, then the second part only 1 time, third part 2 times, and the fourth part 1 time. Okay. Now we'll take every part only once. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I will play it a little bit faster now, so you kind of get the spirit of how it will sound. 1, 2, 3. And G chord. Second part, D chord. Back to the G chord. Third part, E minor. A7 chord. Three, 2, E minor. And A7. Stop. And that's it. Okay, so you can play back to the beginning of this video, and you will sound like you will hear what it sounds like when you play every part like in the original tune. So it's a simplified version. It's not exactly how it's played, but for the beginners this is much easier and it sounds great as well. Okay, I will say enjoy and have a great one.